It's getting to be a little bit nippy outside, so what that usually means is it's time for making a big old pot of chili. And I've had several requests for my homemade chili seasoning. So what we're going to do is we're going to make enough for several pots. And there are several ingredients, but if you ever buy a packet of chili seasoning at the store and you look at the ingredients, there's a lot of ingredients in there. A lot of times it'll just say spices and then a lot of ingredients that you really don't even know what they are. But this is a really good chili seasoning. And we're going to start off, I think we're going to start off with our beef base. And I buy this at the Mennonite store. And it's just a powdered beef base that you can make beef broth out of. It takes about a tablespoon to 2 cups of boiling water to make you some good beef broth. But we're just going to take, let's see, 2 tablespoons of our beef base. Then we're going to take about a teaspoon of onion powder. And I'm going to take a teaspoon of, this is roasted garlic powder. You can just use regular garlic powder if that's what you got. We need about 2/3 cup of a good chili powder. That's what I've got here. So we're just going to put that in there. And I just got a jar here that was, I think there was fig preserves in it. That's what I'm using. So we got our chili powder in there. We need 1/4 cup of cumin. We need a tablespoon of oregano. And you can use powdered oregano. What I've got here come out of my garden. And it's what I hung up and dried. So I'm going to put a good tablespoonful, and my jar's getting full. My oregano. Now, this is where you can cut back on your salt. I'm gonna put probably about 2 teaspoons of salt. But if you need to cut back on your salt, you can leave the salt totally out of this. And you may have a substitute that you use for your salt, and that's fine. So 2 teaspoons. And at this point you can put about 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in there. I'm not going to put any in because we don't like anything too spicy. But then you're just going to mix this up. And anytime that you go to use your homemade seasonings, make sure you always, before you use them, after they've sit there a while, you need to kindly shake them or mix them up. I'm trying to get this where I can shake it up. This is a wonderful mix here. Now, I've got one more little ingredient that I'm going to put in here. And that is, let's see, I think I put about a tablespoon. And I'm going to put about a tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. Now, I know that sounds very odd, but what this does is it gives your chili seasoning a depth. It just gives it a real depth of flavor. But you can leave that out. That's optional. So we're just going to stir this up good. That's all that was in it. But it is a delicious, really good chili seasoning. And I'm making a mess as usual. And just shake it up good. And like I said, anytime you use it, always shake it up. And there we go. That's Miss Lori's homemade chili seasoning. And you'll use about 2.5 tablespoons with 1 pound of meat. couple cans of beans, your tomatoes, whatever you put in there, about 2.5. Taste it as you go. You may want a little bit less, or you may even want a little bit more. But this little jar lasts you for several pots. So there we go. I hope y'all like this recipe. Like I said, I've had some requests for my chili seasoning. It's a really good one. I hope y'all having a good week. I've been making some plum pepper jelly today after work, and I probably won't download that video for a couple days because I want it to set up. I want Mr. Brown and I to try some of it before I upload the video. So hopefully that'll come out, well, probably by the end of the week or so. But anyways, make y'all some chili seasoning. I think y'all really like it. And make y'all a big old pot of chili. So God bless everybody. We love y'all. We'll see you in a few days.